Okay, now where we go? Hey Les, what's going on with VidT? Let's have a look, shall we? I haven't a clue. Should there be something going on with it? Oh, data link. All right, it's a crypto, right? Okay. Say what it is. This is equities, so I'm thinking it's an IPO or something. But yeah, that's crypto. So this is not a crypto channel. We can talk about crypto if you want to, but it isn't a crypto channel. So it's up 25%, by the way. VidDT or VidT data link. It's up 25%, 27%. It's actually motoring right now. So if you're into crypto, take a look. Make up your own decisions. So we don't trade crypto on this channel. We can talk about it, but we're not actually trading. We're trading stocks and shares. We don't trade futures, forex, crypto, or any kind of derivatives either. Hey Dave, bit of a strange morning this morning. Looking for a continuation on Bally. It needs to get back over $4. Palisade moved up really well yesterday. Right now we're getting a few of the yesterday's movers. Hey Matt, missed you yesterday. Green Giant. Ho ho ho, a green giant. Golden Sun. Oh, there's the 8 o'clock scrum. Tesla having a good day. I think it might be a mid-cap trading day today, by the looks of it. Marvel. Just price spikes. Hey Alistair. Nice to see you. We're struggling for anything moving today. It's just really we're looking at continuations. It's other than that, it's larger cap stocks that seem to be moving up in line with the market. So let's have a look at the market, shall we? Let's talk about the markets as a whole. So let's look at the 15-minute chart. Good day yesterday, by the way, on the market. Nice bullish day. Nice bullish green day after 2 red days. I mean, yeah, Monday technically it was a red day, but it was actually it gapped up and just pulled back a bit, but it was still up on the previous day's close. So what am I looking for on the ATR, Ed? The ATR is just a measure of volatility. So if you're looking at the ATR, it gives you an indication of how volatile a stock is. That's all you're looking for on the ATR. You can use it in connection with some other indicators and the price action for entry and exits, but I don't. It's for me, it's just an indicator of volatility. If you're a new trader, the ATR is also a good indicator to use for if you're unsure where to put your stops or where to look for your take profit. If you've got an ATR, for example, let's take a look at Man United right now. So Man United on the 1 minute time frame, if I'm entering on the 1 minute time frame, it's got a 7 cent ATR. I might want to look at the 2 minute, slightly higher time frame. It's got an 8 cent ATR. It's not much difference as you would expect, but 8 cents over 2 minutes. If I look at it on the 5 minutes, the ATR is now 10 cents. So if I'm looking at on 5 minutes and I'm trading on the 5 minute chart, for example, I might look at using the ATR as risk versus reward. I might look for 10 cents in the move, and I'll set my risk at 5 cents. Or I might look at 10 cents as a risk, which is the ATR, and set my my take profit at 20 cents. So kind of maintain that 2-to-1 ratio. So yeah, the ATR is just a measure of volatility, what you can expect in terms of the momentum. I'm not sure they will. And we've got the jobless numbers coming out as well at the bottom of the hour. So Fed minutes, they can impact the market, but it doesn't tend to in most cases. But I think the big thing with the Fed, what may come out is the job minutes, which at the bottom of the hour, which may, or the jobless claims, which may move the market a little bit. Let's go back to the 1 minute. If Palisades IO breaks $4, I could be interested in trading this. Gold royalty moving up. Nobody mentioned the war. Germany versus Japan. Notable. Exactly, Lexter. I take a quick look at the ATR. I take a look at the volatility of the stock, and I might. And I'll use the ATR as an indicator, but what I really do is I look at what I'm expecting to get out of it. So I kind of judge it in my headspace and make an estimate. And I've got my hotkeys. I've got 10, 20, 30, and 50 cent trailing stops on the hotkeys. So I'll use one of those normally. Now, if it's a particularly volatile stock and the ATR is over $1, for example, I'll have to set the stop manually on the montage. Nurable Pharmaceutical, it's 141, it's currently up 17%. Again, what I'm talking about there, the range isn't great at the moment on this one. It's like 1 cent, 1.5 cents. So needs more volume. That's my thoughts on that Klaatu. Needs a lot more volume. And the ATR, the volatility needs to come in with that. So a bit more volume. If it sticks above the VWAP, it might be interesting. But I'm not trading. It is below that floor of mine, that $3 floor that I like to set. Yeah, that's my thoughts on that one. I'm keeping one eye on the football. I'm keeping one eye on the stock market. I've not really got a watch list per se today. It's not very active. Golden Sun Education, maybe. I'm keeping an eye on that, but it's down at testing the VWAPs. The volumes kind of dried up. Looking at Carvana, I'm keeping an eye on some of the larger caps like Tesla and Alibaba. I've got one eye on Man United because that's up about 10% on the day at the moment. No, it's come back a little bit, but it was up about 10%. Yeah, hotkeys is if you're going to be day trading, get yourself and do it on a platform where you can use hotkeys. It makes so much of a difference, particularly if you need to get in and out quickly. Hotkeys are essential. I mean, I like hot buttons, but even with hot buttons, hotkeys are better. Hot buttons are convenient. probably you can set more scripts into your hot buttons, which is probably one of the reasons it's convenient. But yeah, actually I might change my montage around, change the scripts in my hot button, and put a couple of different scripts in there. Yeah, setting stop losses, trailing stop losses. Yeah, as well as so I can on hotkeys I can get in with a certain share size at the bid or the ask or whatever. I can get out with a certain share size. I can actually take profit. I can take half the position off and then add it back, effectively taking half the profits and moving my average cost up. All of that can be done on hotkeys, amongst other things. Yeah, I saw that PSMY is looking interesting at $8. Needs more volume, but it's looking interesting. Right now, Palisade is looking interesting to break $4. If it breaks $4, we could be at the races. This moved up really well yesterday. It's just moved up like 50 cents in the last 10 minutes. Spreads are at 2-3 cents on Palisade. There's not a huge amount else moving. Let's say Golden Sun, Cavana, Man United, those are the top three gappers today. Took a while, for whatever reason the scanners only kicked in about half an hour ago, which doesn't matter, I can't trade before then, but I was getting a bit annoyed that the scanners weren't working, not even the beta scanner. And sometimes it does that when if they do a refresh or an upgrade or whatever, like on the platform, sometimes the scanners don't kick in till about 7:30, 8 o'clock. So if you're looking to trade pre-market, and I think it can be a little bit annoying. The Fed minutes, I think they'll come out after lunch at market time, but the jobless claims are due out this morning. That'll be the bottom of this hour, 8:30. Yeah. So the meeting's 11:30 East Coast. So we won't get any minutes till after that. Yeah, there's no. I wouldn't say it's just China stocks. I think a lot of mid caps are moving, particularly in the retail sector. So Amazon's moving up, Bilibili, Alibaba. Neo's moved up slightly as well, so there's some of the Chinese stocks, but if Alibaba moves up, I think the rest of the Chinese stocks move up by default. And that's essentially it. Okay, so Palisade's struggling at $4. I'm just looking at the level 2 for $4. Let me look at the INET. The montage level 2 is okay, but the INET gives a bit more comprehensive detail. $4, I'm not really seeing any big sellers. No, so surprised it's struggling at $4. Just psychological level. There's not many orders there, but I suppose people will jump in and sell or buy or whatever at those psychological levels. Yes, I use a dollar account, Bona. I transfer in dollars, and that's why I transfer in dollars so into my account. The US dollars is working out for it. It should be working out for you. So any gains that you're making, if you're buying in transferring your money from GBP to buy in US dollars, but any profits you're making, you should be getting the benefits from it, because with a strong US dollar, it means you're making more on the pound when you convert it. I know I'm getting more bang for my buck. On all my businesses are paid in US dollars. All my e-businesses, shall I say, even my consultancy business, I charge in US dollars. So all of my businesses are US dollars. And when the dollar was a little bit weak, about 18 months ago, I was thinking about upping my prices, and then the dollar's got stronger and stronger. I'm like, well, my prices are going up by default. So you don't need Benzinga Pro, but I find it's helpful, because today it's Palisade Bio. Tomorrow it could be Nurabo. The day after it could be Man United. The day after it could be Cavani. Whatever. If you're looking at finding stocks moving as they're moving, breaking as they're breaking, then something like Benzinga is really, really good to have. Cool mutation. I swear by Benzinga. Benzinga for me is, I wouldn't, when I first started, I wouldn't have paid twice. I was grumbling about the price of it, but it's more than paid for itself. I would be happy paying 2-3 times the price for Benzinga. It's worth it. That's how much money it makes me. That's Benzinga, not. I couldn't trade with. What I was getting frustrated with today was when the Benzinga scanners were not updating properly. I was like, what am I going to do? You know, I can't trade without my scanners. I can't trade without Benzinga. I can't. The reality is I can, because I can just go onto some of the free movers and look at the overall movement of the market and things like that. I can trade without Benzinga, but it makes it so much more difficult. Benzinga makes it so much easier. So Tesla, Amazon, all these top stocks are making nice moves. Baba breaking highs, Amazon breaking highs above the VWAP. So we're getting a lot of in the mid and high caps. We're getting quite a bullish momentum, which is nice. If you look at the S&P500, as long as that stays above the VWAP, we may get a nice bullish day. So yeah, GSUN's on the watch list. I've got GSUN there. If you're watching there, Lexter, GSUN is down there on the I think it's the third chart at the bottom, the little chart. I've got Golden Sun Education there. It's currently at 257. I've put that on the watch list because I know quite a few people who would want to see that, whereas to me it's not really of interest until it breaks $3. That's kind of my floor in terms of what I'm looking for. Well, and again, this is something that me, it's for Guzi, it's for Ghazi. I'm not withdrawing every single day, so I'll make my gains, and then at the end of the month I'll withdraw. So I only get hit once by whatever the exchange is there, Tona. And quite frankly, I don't care. It doesn't impact me that much. If the ass fell out the dollar and it was like 10-to-1 dollars to the euro, yeah, that would hit me. But in reality, that's never going to happen. And if it does, then prices on the market will change to reflect that. And you know, so it's all swings and roundabouts. Golden Sun, what I'm looking at here. Let's have a look at Palisades again. 390. Let's look at Tesla. We're not getting the bullish momentum. So there is one that's a low price stock, if you like these low price stocks, that is moving, and that's Cosmos Holdings. So Cosmos is having a really good day today. It's broke a key resistance level there. So there's a very important resistance level at 45 cents, and it's broke that. Now it's broke the tapping the 50 cents, which is obviously a key level as well, psychologically speaking. There's resistance up at kind of 53. But Cosmos having a good day. If you like these penny stocks, check it out. 15 million shares traded already. Not the type of stock I like to trade, but like I say, this channel is not purely for me. It is for me, of course it is, but this is not purely for me. But it's for you guys as well, so that's why I'm putting this information out there. So any commission and fees on DAS, the website is horrible. No, it's DAS. You don't trade on Dash Trader alone. Okay, you need a brokerage account to trade with. So if you want to, if you want to take a subscription with Dash Trader as a simulator, then it's a monthly subscription for the platform and the data. That's fine, okay? But there's no commissions or charges because you're not actually trading on DAS on the DAS platform. What you need is a brokerage account, and you can use Dash Trader to trade through your brokerage account. So an Interactive Brokers, TD Ameritrade even, a Capital Markets, whoever. They're the ones that will levy any commissions and fees. You will get reported, you'll be able to get the reports from DAS, but it's your broker that will levy the fees. Can't catch a break, poor lad. Ronaldo just been sacked, so he's not going to be playing for Man United, but he's been banned for 2 games. We don't know who his 2 games by the FA, but when he smacked that phone out of the Scouts kid's hand earlier in the last season. So Ronaldo is can't catch a break, so he's got to serve a 2-match ban wherever he ends up. It is calm at the moment, Alistair. It's a bit too calm for my liking. I prefer a little bit of volatility, but right now I'm not too worried. If it's a no trade day, it's a no trade day, and you know we can have no trade days. Be patient. There's no point in jumping into a trade just because you want to take a trade. No, well, you're probably better off, Alistair. I think. Are you using TraderView? If you're not using Trader, get on it to analyze your trades. If you're using TraderView, and then you can import your trades accordingly and stuff. But it'll allow you to look at, are you making money at the open? Are you making money later in the day? When are you losing the most? When are you making the gains the most? It might be just don't trade that first half an hour. Klaatu, I wouldn't touch Grinder at the moment. I'd wait for it to find. I'm waiting for it to find some kind of volatility or stupid Irish. or it's not the Irish channel. Stupid. Yeah, so my Irish channel went all glitchy. I just switched it on to ITV. But yeah, Grinder. Let's have a quick look at Grinder, shall we? I've got it on one of the charts. So we're over the out of hours resistance. We're not actually, but we just broke over it, and then we're back below it. So pre-market high was exactly where we are right now, 1310. So 1310. Broke over it briefly up to 1350. It's back below that, so it needs to hold $13. What I would say about this is 20 cent spread, low volume. It needs more volume, ideally, or it needs more volatility. The ATR is 19 cents. I can't justify that. So the ATR and the spreads are pretty much the same. You want a bigger ATR than what the spreads are, clearly. So that's Grinder, but I'll keep an eye on that. Palisade pulled back. Tesla pulling back underneath the VWAP now. Kavana below the VWAP. Man United below the VWAP. Golden Sun below the VWAP. So that seems to be the tail of the tape right now. Everything below the VWAP, with the exception of Grinder. But Grinder's just not reliable at the moment. Maybe just stop trading pre-market unless it's a particularly momentous stock. Don't just stop trading pre-market. Trade after the bell. Just find your little sweet spot. You don't have to be trading all day. One of the best things about trading for a living is that you can do it. You can do it for half an hour and make as much money as you would do in a week, a 9-to-5 job. And then go out and the rest of the day's your own. You know, don't be beholden. You don't want to be sat at the desk looking at screens all day long. You know, when you've got better things to do, go out and do better things. Yeah, still feed the dog. Let me know when we get to 3,000. She's right next to me, fast asleep. It's not snoring yet, but that will come, no doubt. Right, okay, I don't know what platform you're using, but a lot of these trading platforms are Windows-based, and they don't cater for the Mac brigade. So just bear that in mind. Double check your trading platform that it will cater to the Apple iOS. Because if it doesn't, then you're going to have to trade in a virtual Windows desktop. And that's going to add latency to the transaction. So just be careful if you're planning on trading with on iOS. A lot of these platforms are not built for iOS. They're built for Windows alone. So if you're okay trading, if it's a nice powerful iOS and you're prepared to siphon off some resources to a virtual environment, like some kind of virtual desktop or whatever it is, then that's fine. But the likelihood is that you'll probably have to trade in a virtual window. So for me, it's better just to have you're getting it for specifically, if you're getting an all-purpose desktop or laptop, an all-purpose PC, that's fine. Go for your life, choose what. If you're getting something for trading, get a Windows-based one. That's my take on it. I wouldn't buy an iMac for trading. iMac, if you like Apple and stuff, as a general purpose PC, yeah, but if you're getting something for trading, get yourself a Windows-based one, because most of the software is built on Windows. Grinder moving back up again. I'll put that on the watch list just here, because I might be interested if it breaks 1350. Will we get a bounce? That's the question, because it's sold off for 2 days. Will we get a bounce? And if so, how big will the bounce be? Looking strong. Well, they've not scored yet. France looked potent yesterday. They had a slow start, but once they got into the stride, France looked scarily dangerous yesterday. Look, it's all about personal taste, Tone. Some people like Apple, some people don't. I'm not a big fan of Apple myself. I've got an iPad, and I hate the iPhone, but because I prefer Android. But I've got an iPad. I wouldn't have another tablet. iPad over Samsung tablet every day of the week. iMac, I don't mind it. I've just kind of got used to Windows. As a general purpose, as an all-purpose platform, I think the iMac's really good. As I say, as a trading workstation, I'll stick with Windows because I know that the software is. If DAS, for example, started catering towards iOS, then maybe I'd consider it. But right now, I've no need to. What's the app that I'm using to see my trades? So I'm using DAS Trader to execute my trades. You mean? So this app here is DAS Trader. This platform here with the scanners is Benzinga Pro. So this is DAS Trader Pro, and this is Benzinga Pro. So I'm using multiple different platforms. So I'm using a platform for trading. I also use TraderView for charting, for if I'm looking a little bit longer analysis, etc. But and I use TraderView for analytics. Yeah, Lexter, that's a very valid point. Come on, guys, give me some of that. That's what's wrong with the market today, YouTubers. Seriously. You know, it's because you've not pressed the thumbs up button on my channel. That's why there's nothing moving on the market. So if you press the thumbs up button, watch the market take off. I'm telling you, it happens every time. When I've got over 20 likes on YouTube, it happens every time. The market just goes, it rockets, and we're going to have a bull market. Try it. I would not lie to you. Ask yourself, would you buy a used car from this face? I don't tell lies. Okay, so how much RAM? On Windows, I would say a minimum of a minimum of 8 gig. I would go for 12 gig. I would recommend 12 gig, but a minimum of 8 gig. Yeah, the dog's snoring now. What I would say is your best bet is go for a gaming laptop. A Windows gaming, not necessarily a laptop, a desktop, tower, whatever you prefer, whatever format you prefer. I have a laptop, so I can take it with me and I can trade on the go. That was the idea. But I would say 8 gig minimum, ideally 12 or better, 12 to 16. The more the better, but it's based on your price range. 12 gig will mean you'll be able to do more things at the same time, and multitasking will be better. I would say you want at least a 3 gig graphics card, and probably 4 gig chipset or whatever. 64-bit processor, of course. I've got a Ryzen 7 in mind. I think where is it? Yeah. So I've got a Ryzen 7 in mind, AMD, and I've got G4 NVIDIA graphics card. Well, guys, we've got a few things just testing key levels. but nothing really breaking out just yet. So Golden Sun is above it's above the VWAP now. It's up at 259. Kavana is back above the VWAP at 730s. Tesla's trying to get back above the VWAP, just underneath it right now. Man United's got no volume. Nobody's interested in Man United. Grinder's over $13. He's holding. It needs to hold $13. Stay above the VWAP. Hold $13. Grinder. There's the first German goal. Yeah. So desktop. Yeah. You're right with that. A desktop is easier for cheaper upgrades and stuff. You get a tower. If you're into gaming and stuff, they always recommend getting a tower because you can get the glass panels and you get the neon lights, and it makes it all nice and pretty. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm nearly 50 years. I've been around for nearly half a century. What do I care about neon lights in a computer? Does it work? That's all I care about. I don't care how pretty it is. I'm not bothered. I'm not a very aesthetic person. I'm a bachelor. I live with the dog. So, you know, living in a pretty apartment with pretty rooms and floral displays and things like that doesn't bother me. It certainly did when I was married. You know, everything had to be aesthetically pleasing, and I'm like, why? I'm more of a functional person. Everything's got to be functional, not necessarily aesthetic. I suppose that's my engineering background. It doesn't matter how ridiculous something is. The joke in engineering circles is that it can look absolutely ridiculous, but if it works, it's not wrong. I was very surprised. I didn't actually watch the Argentina game yesterday. What actual computer? I'm right now. I've got it's a HP laptop. It's a gaming laptop that I'm using. I'll tell you the model and everything else. So it's a HP Pavilion laptop. It's got a AMD Ryzen with NVIDIA graphics card, 12 gig RAM, 64-bit OA, etc., etc. So it's HP Pavilion. See, Chesty, I used to work for Dell, and that's not actually the case. The form factor is irrelevant. You know, if you're planning on, you can always upgrade the chipset. You can upgrade the graphics card. You can even upgrade the motherboard and everything else. I had a 10-year-old Dell. What was the workstation? And it was far better than anything you could get out on the market, and I had that for a long time. I got rid of that like 2017. I got it in 2009, and I had it for 8 years. I had it. Phenomenal PC. Better than most desktops or towers. I just had to upgrade it a couple of times along that road and redo the OS and do things, but yeah, if you so Farron, if you my email address, if you go into my link tree, so my link tree is in my profile, go into my link tree, my email is there's a whole bunch of icons at the top, on my emails amongst them, the little envelope, just hit the envelope and you've got my email there. Or alternatively, if anybody wants to email me, you got any questions, you can email me directly at Tony at hustlewithtony.com. So hustle with Tony, hyphen it in between the words, and you'll get to me. But yeah, reach out to me directly, or you can reach me. You can DM me on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Just reach out to me directly, Farron. No problem. Yeah, well, I've not had any problems with it, Alistair, that's for sure. Let's see what's moving. Anything? Golden Sun? No. It's just a tranquil market right now. We may as well sit and watch. I should be streaming the World Cup match, shouldn't I? Really? It would probably be more interesting than the market. Does somebody want to give the market a stick? Now, just before we get there, guys, I want to remind everybody that tomorrow is Thanksgiving in the US. No trading tomorrow. On Friday is Black Friday, in case you're wondering. Black Friday on Friday, so it's only half day. The market closes at 1 p.m. East Coast on Friday. So no trading tomorrow, the market's closed tomorrow, and then on Friday it's only half day. And then it's Cyber Monday on Monday and we're all back at it. Grinder's trying to get over that 1350 level. Bit of a double top there right now. But it's a key level. It's a key psychological level, but it's also a key level. Looking on the 5 minute, look, not even the 5 minute. Look at the 1 minute. Look at this VWAP here. This is scary. This is how much it's dropped. This VWAP's almost vertical here. On the 1 minute chart, this is coming back from where it was at the highs on Friday, and how much it's dropped over the last while. So the VWAP is just scary. That's more like it. That's more legitimately. But look at that. The VWAP was here, and then it's just dropped down, and that's why we're not seeing it. So from 18, it just the volume just dried up. So volume weighted average price is where it comes in. That's why it's dropped down there overnight. The lack of volume. Hey Imran. Yeah, and that's because the price action wasn't as weighted with the volume. Now the volume's coming back in again. That's where you're seeing the VWAP drop down. Interesting. But I find that interesting. You guys might not do. You guys might think, what's he talking about? So Grinder is now up there as the number 4 mover for the upside today, above $2. It's just broke the $0.50. If we can break the $0.75, I'm going to take a position. It's not a stock pick. It is a risky. This is a risky stock, so always do your due diligence. The spreads are currently about 25 cents. So, see, I didn't even get filled. Still didn't get filled. Going without me every time. Now we've got the $14 resistance. Yeah, look, Chesty, it's all about personal preference. Like I said, the problem that you're going to have with the old PC versus laptop conversation is, unless you're a PC enthusiast, it's all disposable. People will pay, in most cases, they'll pay, you know, a grand, 1,500 tops for a laptop or a PC. And when it breaks down, they won't bother to have it refurbished or upgraded or anything like that. They'll just buy a new one, toss it to the curb and buy a new one. We've got into that stage of disposable mentalities. Everything is throwaway. Everything's disposable now. Rejected at $14. I want to see it ideally at $16. That would be nice. Now, whilst the ATR on this one, so the average true range on Grindr at the moment is 30 cents. You know, based on historicals with that it has a tendency to be a lot more volatile. So you've got to factor that into your risk. What are you prepared to risk? How much room are you prepared to give it in terms of the trade? What's your cutoff point? Right now I'm giving it 75 cents, which is actually more than twice the ATR. So I'm saying it needs to hold $13. If it doesn't hold $13, then I'm out. And you put your trade plan in place and you stick to it. So for a couple of people that, and you know who you are, I'm not going to mention, so a couple of people in the Day Trade with Tony Discord having a conversation around holding bags, and they've got into a losing position and they're still holding it. And I'm like, no, cut the trade. As soon as it's not going your way, cut it. Let's not trade on hopium. Thanks for that, Dave. I'm going to keep using that, hopium. It's a recipe for disaster. You keep holding a losing trade, thinking it's going to turn around. Yeah, it might do on occasion. It might be half of the occasions it might do, but the other half it's going to keep falling, and you're going to lose more on the other half than you could actually get back by cutting your losses early. Well, again, Alexander, that's a personal preference. If you've got some kind of enthusiasm with regards to PC, people who have PCs as opposed to laptops tend to be more enthusiastic about it. If you're all about functionality, you don't really care about the ins and outs, then. Oh, I mean, over the years, I can't count how many laptops I've had. Hang on a minute. I gave one of my laptops away in September, and I gave another one away. There would have been last year. I'm probably half a dozen laptops in the last 3 years that I've just moved on to something else, and it's getting a bit of a bounce on the VWAP here. Maybe. Well, there you go. We're just make sure it is a joke and people don't think that you're speaking from experience on that one, Dave. No, I've got my crypto wallet on a USB key. I'm really thinking about liquidating my crypto positions though at the moment. I'm getting a bit nervous with all all of the problems in crypto and all the exchanges. I might because I'm in the red on all of the positions right now. I might just liquidate it and then just start fresh in the new year with crypto and write the losses off and claim it against tax. Was it Monday? I had a similar mentality with this one, just holding it a little bit too long. I'm not going to hold it too long this time. I gave it a whole dollar on Monday. Or was it 10? I gave it $10 on Monday, wasn't it? 250 shares or whatever it was. 500 shares. I had 500 shares and I gave it $10 and I got stock tied on it. But I'm not giving it $10 this time. I'm with 75 cents. But I've got 2,500 shares, so the result is almost the same. The risk is almost the same. It's half the risk I was giving it on Monday. So I'm risking 2.5, 75 cents. What's that? Yeah, I'm risking about just under 2k. Morning, Kai. Germany are 2-0 up, Kai, just so you know. I don't know who scored. I've got one ear on it. I'm actually not watching it. I've got the grinder trade going at the moment. Golden Sun's just ranging sideways. Tesla's now broke below the VWAP. It broke below it, moved back up to try and retake and got rejected. So Tesla's down at 173s. Havana is below the VWAP again. Palisade on the VWAP. It looks like it might be coiling to try and make another move on 4. So right now, there's not a lot moving. I mean, Grinder's the top momentum stock. Beyond Meat, low volume. Golden Sun, like I say, it's moving up, but if you look at the trend line here, there's a lovely trend line. Upwards trend line there. Upwards support, ascending support with Golden Sun. That's lovely, that is. So nope. Let's just hit the scanners. Nope. Grinder might bounce today. I'd like to see it at $15. I'd actually like to see it at $16 because that was kind of the open market low on Friday before it then took off. Oh, there's the news. Hurricane is fine for Friday. Picked up a knock on his ankle, but he's fine. He might be rested on Friday, but he is fine. He's okay to carry on the tournament. And he missed his opportunity to get a head start on that Golden Boot race. Who do you think is going to win the Golden Boot this year, guys? Let me know in the thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. If you're following the World Cup, who's your bet on the Golden Boot? 20-cent spread here, so not a lot moving right now. I'll have a quick look at crypto whilst we're just doing nothing here. So Bitcoin 16,500, 16,440. So Bitcoin's at Ethereum 1160, so it's under 1200 now. Cardano 31 cents, XRP 37 cents. Like I say, if I cash those, if I liquidate those before the end of the year, I can write off the losses. And it's like the losses didn't happen because I've got the tax to write it off against. So I always get back in the new year. Start again. I'll wait for the next bull market before I get back in, but I'll probably do that. Liquidate some of those positions. Well, all sports are commercial now. It's business. That's the point. There's no sport out there that isn't commercialized. Ronaldo's just given the golden boot. He certainly has, and by the FA as well, and by the Premier League as well. They've just banned him for 2 games. So if he ends up playing in the Premier League for somebody, i.e. Chelsea, they're the only ones that might take him. Then he's going to have to serve a 2-match suspension first, or being petulant and smashing that kid's iPhone that Scouse kid's iPhone. I mean, who does that? The little kid could have been hurling abuse. You're a public figure, for crying out loud. Smash that kid's iPhone. Well, Chesty, the hooliganism in the most part has been taken out of the football game. But I agree with you. As a well, there you go. So as a former rugby league player, and I've been watching the autumn internationals. The rugby game, the violence is on the pitch, so you never have to worry about the violence. There's no fighting at a rugby game, and there's no segregation in the stands either. And I think that's half the problem with football. It's the tribalism, because the stands are so segregated. I got out. It took me a while to get out, but I got out. No, it's actually selling off again. So I got it. It cost me almost $1 per share that did that trade. Might try that again later, but I'm not holding my breath. Volume's very dry today. There's just nothing really of interest. Palisades trying to make a move back up to $4. If it can get above $4, then I can be interested. But again, it's not really doing much in terms of volume. AMC, small incremental gains, relatively low volume for AMC as well. So it's half time at in the German game. How are we doing on the like count there on TikTok? Is it time to feed the dog yet? Yeah, you're probably better off sitting on your hands, Alistair. You're probably better off sitting on your... Come here. Come here. Come here. Am I talking to myself, stubborn chow? Come here. Come here. I don't believe you still. Oh, there you go. There you go. Say hello to everybody. Say hello. Say hello to everybody. You want to feed the chow chow? Hit the like button. Let's get that like count up. And we'll give the chow chow some treats. This is the chow chow. And if you want some merchandise with the chow chow, the merch store's open. You're the cutest teddy bear, aren't you? Hey, the cutest teddy bear. Much more interesting than what's actually happening on the market, because there isn't anything happening on the market. So there you go. That's the most interesting thing that's happened all day. Morning, Kushik. No, she absolutely does not. She sleeps at the bottom of the bed on the floor. She follows me wherever I'm going, so, you know. Tell you what, here we go. Come on. Come on. We're getting it a little bit early. Want it? No, that's only a little one. You can have a real one now, okay? Oh, we're getting to the bottom of the dress. I'm gonna have to buy some more. You wanna go for a walk with me later to buy some more? There you go. What's Grinder like this morning? Yeah, she is a big unit, that's for sure. It's 32 kilos. So if you're American, that's about 5 stone, which is about 70 pounds. 5 or 6, so it's 32 kilos. What's that? 5 or 6 stone? 2.2 pounds to a kilo, so 32, I call it 30, that's 66, so yeah, about 5 stone. So about 70 pounds, just over. So she's no lap dog, that's for sure. And nothing is moving. Nothing at all. So I think I might put down today as a 2.5k day red day at this moment in time. Although saying that, we didn't trade hardly anything this last 2 days until after the bell, and then it all kicked off. So let's see what happens at the bell. We've got half an hour before that, half an hour of a pre-market waffle, and actually on the back of that, I didn't see what the jobless claims were. Is that why the bottom of the hour, there was no impact to the SPY didn't do anything? Let's have a look. Let me see. Spider. Got the durable goods dropped at the bottom of the hour. Continuing initial jobs claims 240 versus 225. More people unemployed. That's actually a good thing. Why the market didn't react, I don't know. Continuing job claims 1551k versus 1517k. So that's actually, well, it's bad with more people unemployed, but it's good for the market. Usually reacts positive to that kind of news. It's just done nothing. Not much of a dip. It's dropped below. It had a little push and then dropped below 400. Now, whether that's durable goods orders. So durable goods orders is goods that expire. Month over month, 0.5% versus 0.1% estimate, so it's higher. It was 0.9 previously. Hmm. Right, okay. So the macroeconomic market news didn't really make much interest. So it had a little bit of a blip, and now it's trying to come back. But we'll see. Where do I look to get my Fed news? On Benzinga, buddy. So Benzinga. I look to get Benzinga's my first. If I can't find it on Benzinga, then I'll Google is my friend, and I'll look to other sources like FinViz and Yahoo Finance and a few others. But more often than not, I'll go to Benzinga. And Benzinga is. I'll open a news tab, and if it's just the Fed news, I'll open a news tab, tap in SPY, which is the ETF it's the Spider ETF that follows the S&P 500, and all your Fed news is there in this under SPY, so you can get all of that. You can even tap in SPX, and it'll do the same thing. Boyle is an ETF. It's a ProShares ETF. So it's not something I tried, being a derivative, but this is ProShares. It's an ETF based on natural gas. No, I don't think so, Alexandra. Benzinga is real time as far as I'm aware. I don't know of any latency, but yeah, Boyle is the natural gas ETF. Golden Sun, Man United, Grinder. I was blessing the old LGBTQ plus community on Friday. Give me nothing since. Tesla moving back up. TSMY didn't do anything. So Polestar Automotive, it threatened to. Probably get rid of that. And Palisades, I'll probably get rid of that. That's still up. Possibly could come back. I wasn't looking. It wasn't looking favourable as it sold off into the close, but it did make a pop after hours, so went up to 450. Everyone's retiring for Thanksgiving. I think you're absolutely right, Chesty. A lot of people are just taking today off, and they'll also be taking Friday off as well. They'll make it a big, an extra long weekend. So there'll be big football games, American football games, not real football. American football games on Sunday and this weekend, I believe. I think there's probably some tomorrow, isn't there? So if you're an American football player, you don't get Thanksgiving off. That's one of the busiest times for you. Oh, 5,000. Here we go. Got another one. Another one. Here you go. We're gonna jump for this one. See if I can find you a big one. There you go. We're gonna jump for this one. Good to go. Yeah, so for your question there, who was it? So Alexandra, for your question with Benzinga, you've got the free version of Benzinga. That does have 15-minute delayed quotes, and it's just NASDAQ basic. You've got the wire feeds, you've got the watch lists and stuff like movers and what have you. You've got the basic version, which is $27 a month, which is, again, that's also delayed. Full news feed, chat, movers, watch list, etc. The free version on the movers, you only get the current session only, so that's something with that one. And then the essential, which is what I always recommend, and it tends to be the most popular one. That's real-time quotes, real-time pricing, advanced news feed, audio squawk, real-time scanner, the calendars, signals. You can get the unusual options activity if you trade options as well, but that's just an extra add-on. There's a lot more options, but if you're trading options, you've got the premium package, which is the options mentorship, which is it's twice the price, but you get everything in essential plus the trading mentorship, the options inner circle, market overviews, etc., and on the unusual options activity as well. I honestly can't personally, because I'm when I trade options, I'm not an active options trader. I get the best value out of the essential package with Benzinga. That's just me. The play with the ball shaped like an egg, Kushik. I play rugby, so I've grown up playing rugby, so of course I play with a ball shaped with an egg as well, but you know. Can I give me a current feel on Grinder today? Well, if Grinder can get above 1350 and hold, it needs to be above the VWAP. If it can get above 1350, I can see it going to 16. But if it falls back below $12, I can see it going to 5. So that's my thoughts on Grinder today. It needs to, if it gets back above 1350 and it holds, then I can see it moving up to 16 across the course of the day, and I think maybe we'll get that little bounce as well. Well, if you're going to look at Benzinga, don't pay full price for it. Check the link in my description to this live session or any of my videos. There's a discount code for Benzinga there. And use that. Try it free for 14 days. That was the first thing. Get a 14-day free trial. You don't need a credit card, just an email address. 14-day free trial. And then if you like it and you think it's worth it, don't pay full price. Come back and use the discount code that you can find in the description there. Benzinga's great. I swear by it. And if you're going to be using it long term, you're best off just going for the long term package. Just get it for a year and then forget about it, as opposed to subscribing in month over month. It saves you another what, 40% off the top. Oh, we've got 20 minutes to the bell, and right now I'll be content with a 2.5k losing day today. I'm not content, but it's looking like I might just have a day off and watch the football. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. Actually, I've got first thing in the morning. I'm up at the vets with the doctor. With the doctor. Up at the vets with the dog doctor. So she's got her annual checkup and boosters and things like that. So she's going to be off colour tomorrow. It's a good job I'm not trading tomorrow. So I'll be taking her to the vets. She's got the kennel cough thing. She's got her annual booster. She's got the worming chew and what have you. So she's got all her annual checkup and boosters and things. So that's first thing in the morning, and then no trading. So I'll get my shopping done, I think, and then that's it. The rest of the day is going to be a football day. There's nothing wrong with Yahoo Finance. I just find Yahoo Finance a bit cumbersome. The data is not real time as well. Same thing with Finviz as well. Finviz is quite good, I still refer to FinViz. I use the market maps for overviews and things like that. But I mean, there's a lot of free services out there. You can trade for free. You don't have to get all these subscriptions in terms of like Benzinga for screeners, and you know, it works better. You can still get the what's moving on the likes of FinViz or Yahoo Finance or other things that are working for free. But what you'll find is you're not getting the information in real time. You're not getting it as quickly. You're not getting the alerts the same. So if you get a stock that's moving, great. But if you want to catch a quick move, you're going to miss it. Let's have a look at Tesla. Tesla right now, below the VWAP, got rejected at the VWAP again for a second time. It's looking a bit weak right now. Alibaba below the VWAP right now as well, as is Amazon. So a lot of these stocks that moved up early in pre-market, they're just finding a little bit of weakness right now. As long as they're below the VWAP, I probably will be looking at what direction they take at the bell, because it might be worth looking at short strategy today on some of these mid and high cap stocks. If it's below the VWAP, shorting is usually more reliable than going long. If it's above the VWAP, then you go long rather than short, unless it's extremely extended. And then you're looking for reversal signals, and you trade reversal strategies, which is slightly different. Ideally, what you want to be doing is trading with the trend, and if it's below the VWAP, it's trending down. Nordstrom. No, so just broke session highs with Nordstrom. Southwestern, Nordstrom. Yeah, so there's not a lot moving, guys. Just gotta wait now. Let's have a look at. I'm just watching the news. Let's see if the news brings out any volume or volatility on some of these. No, is the answer there. No. Back in the box. There's some of these analyst ratings coming out. Doesn't really impact the price action. Sometimes it can, but very rarely. Honeywell, no volume at all. Quite rangy on the price action, but no volume. Man United just sideways. Moved up really well into the close last night, and then after hours went up to kind of 1675, which is annual highs. It's not been that high all year, if at all. And now I think what's probably going on with Man United is the rumours of the Glazers being prepared to sell off means if they do sell off, someone's probably going to want to come in and not just buy the Glazers out, they're probably going to want to buy it in its entirety, which will mean that they will pay probably a premium price for whatever's on the stock exchange as well. So that's why the price is being pumped up a little bit. Maybe the Glazers have shares that they want to sell off on the stock exchange. It could be a fully public company. Who knows? but they need a CEO that's prepared to take an investment in it, and it could be interesting. There's a lot of options available to them. If they can pump the price up, they can get rid of the stock on the stock exchange for a healthy profit. I thought it was 2-0 for Germany. Must have looked when a goal got ruled out. 1-0 to Germany. What are you guys watching? What are you watching at the Open? Grinders testing $13 again. What are you watching at the Open? Do you think the market will be bullish or bearish today? It's pretty much doing nothing. So here's the dotted line here in the middle is yesterday's close price, and it's pretty much where we're at. We're pretty stagnant overnight, essentially. Of course, you've got, movement in between, but it's pretty stagnant. So what do you think? What do you think of the markets? Will we be bullish or bearish? Will we sell off? Will we rally? Right now, it's just sideways, choppy, do nothing, go nowhere. ADSC, let's have a look at that one for you. No, there's nobody. 201 shares traded. So this just moved up 11% or whatever it was on 201 shares. So somebody's just been, basically, somebody's got fleeced. They bought 100 shares at a stupid price, up at 593. I mean, the spread's, what, 40 cents on this one anyway, ads tech, but can't trade that. There's no trades to be had there. There's nobody selling. Or how can you buy it? There's nobody selling. You'd have to be totally reliant on market makers. Conformis. Again, no volume. Don't know why you would want to try and trade that today. Nobody else trading it. There's 600 shares traded today. Again, it's not even moved. It's sideways. It's like 0.5% movement. There's nothing there. My opinion, not financial advice. You want to trade it, fill your boots. Golden Sun, of course, I've got that on the watch list, but it's just, again, this is sideways at the moment. It's just broke below the VWAP, but if we look at this on the 15-minute, you'll see why I'm talking about sideways. It's actually moving upwards. We did have that, I drew this support, it broke below that ascending support, so if that can get back above 260, might be interested. Otherwise, we're getting a bit of a double bottom formation here. Could be interesting. Yeah, Kushik, the fact that it's been low volume for a couple of months doesn't. I very much doubt that it's going to the volume's going to pick up into a holiday weekend. So yeah, I agree with. Is the SPY heading for 405? Eventually, yes, Imran. How long do you want to give it though? Is it going to hit 405 today? I'd be very surprised if that happens. I don't think so. Is it going to be green today? It's currently red. So is it going to be green today? We've got 8 minutes to the bell. So Grinders back at $13. I did say it needed to hold $13, and I find it difficult. So the problem with Grindr, why I'm not going to take a trade till after the bell, is once I got in a position and I tried to get out, when it hit $13, I couldn't get filled, and I had to lower my limit order to get filled. So I ended up losing a whole dollar instead of 75 cents. So and that liquidity it's just not there at the moment in Grinder. So just because it's a new IPO as well, the market makers are probably not providing much liquidity to it as well either. But yeah, just be careful about getting fills on Grinder. I just couldn't get filled to exit. What time frame do I usually trade? Multiple time frames. I know it sounds like a cop-out, but it's actually not. So I'm showing you the 1 minute time frame because you see a lot more movement on that. It's a bit more entertaining. I use the 1 minute time frame, but I'm also using the 2 and 5 minute time frames in conjunction with the 1 minute. I've also got the 60 or the hourly and the daily open below as well that you can't see there. So I'm using five different time frames consecutively because I'm looking for action on one time frame, but if the lower the time frame, the higher the possibility of getting faked out. You're looking for confirmation on the higher time frame, particularly when it comes to key areas of support and resistance. The higher the time frame, the more reliable it becomes. So yes, I use the 1 minute, but I also use the 2 and 5 for intraday action, and I'm looking for it to be underpinned with the hourly and daily in terms of key support and resistance areas. Tesla and Amazon, any idea? Any idea about what? Which way it's going to go, or they're following the market. They don't particularly have any. There's no particular individual catalyst for either of them. But they're following the market. The direction the market takes will be the direction both of those take. I'm looking at Tesla, and whilst it's up on the day, the price action is very similar in terms of, in fact, it's pretty much identical to the market. I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is the S&P 500. Now, negate the fact that we've got the red green line, yesterday's closing price there. Negate that just for a second. This is the price. You see the sell-off, the bounce up towards the VWAP, sell-off, move back up, and then a range sideways. This is Tesla. We've got the sell-off, the bounce up to the VWAP, the down, and then the range sideways. It's the same pattern. So it's trading in exactly the same way as the market. So if the SPY takes, whilst the Tesla is currently up almost 2%, the market is slightly down by like 0.07%. So if you watch the market action, you'll see what will happen with Tesla, Amazon, and a few other of the large cap stocks that don't have their own catalysts. They'll just take the direction of the market. So if the market moves up, Tesla, Amazon will move up. If the market moves down, they'll move down. And you can get a bit of an edge there if you want to trade that way. You can watch the SPY, and as the SPY moves, you'll see that these will usually follow the same price action. A couple of seconds later, so 10-15 seconds delay, and you can actually get a head start if you're spotting that. It's particularly useful at the open if you want to be scalping. If you want to be scalping futures, use the SPY and then and scalp those large cap stocks instead. Grinder, bang on $13. You know what? We've got 4 minutes to the bell. That's enough time to brew the kettle and brew a cup of tea, oil the kettle, brew a cup of tea. I'm not still running to it, Justin. The problem seems to have been fixed, so we're okay. So let's get on and make some money, shall we? So Man United just popped. Man United popped up to 680s, pulling back a little bit. Getting some upwards movement now. Tesla's moving to the upside. We've got 2 minutes to the bell, 2 minutes to the open. Man United, the top momentum at the moment. Volume weighted, that is. Well, it popped up and it's pulled back. You know, don't be worried about those kind of things. Well, sorry to hear that. Get yourself a jar of Nescafe in the meantime, beginner. Do I have an alert? Yeah, I've got my scanners. Ghetto Sleeping, Benzinga scanners. So that it tells me I've got some right now. What I'm watching is pretty much on the gap scanner right here. But the momentum tells me what's moving, and Man United just moved up. I'll change the scanners over, but the momentum scanners tell me what's moving over a period of time, and in real time as well. If something starts to move, like NRGV right here now, I get notifications of it by looking at the scanners. Tells me straight away what's going on. Golden Sun moved up, but now it's moving down. Varna selling off. Grinder trying to, it did pull back, trying to decide which way it goes. Sometimes it's best just to let the opening range candles form. SPY gone green again. The markets have gone green. SPY's green. The only thing not green at the moment is the Russell Index, and that's about to go green. So the Dow Jones Industrial Average is green. The NASDAQ's green. The S&P500's green. Even the Russell Index has just gone green. Still 1-0 to Germany. So Kavana moving up nicely. Just broke pre-market highs. Grinder selling off now, testing $12. That could, if it breaks $12, that could capitulate now. Probably not worth looking at. So in terms of volume, there's some moves, but not on good volume. Kavana trying to make a move back up. Tesla moving up. Volatility on Tesla, absolutely nicely. Want to trade Tesla? Man United creeping back up. Nurable went up to 180, got rejected. It's trying to make it again, so if it breaks 180, this could go. This could go up. This is Nurable Pharmaceutical. We traded this when it went up to $65 back in September. I remember that. But again, this is what I keep saying is be careful with these kind of stocks. This went up to $65 from like $10, whatever it was, and came back down again pretty much the same day. So right now it's trading at 172. So there's a big difference between $65 and 172. In case you needed me to point out that there's a difference between 65 and 172. Grinder selling off. Man United needs to break 1690 for me. Pre-market high. Earth. Halted to the upside at 664. Alright, what else is halted? GMVD. Have a look. G Medical. There's no. You can't trade that. Man United testing those highs. Break 1690, it could go on to break $17. Tap 1690 there. This is Man United. Yeah, I'm not trading that. Oh, there we go. Broke 1690. Go on, I'll take a position. Let's see if we can break above $17. Just broke some pre-market highs. Now looking for it to break the whole dollar of 17. Nice bit of volatility here. Japan have got one back. One each. Qataris to buy Man United. Oh, yeah, well, it's a good business. Not such a good football club anymore, but it's a good business. Tesla looking to break session highs again. Up at it just broke. Tesla broke new highs. Do you know what? I'm not feeling this at all. Just not getting the breakout that I wanted. Tesla breaking highs big time. Up at 175 now, Tesla. Well, considering I'm in at 92, it's kind of apt because it's Man United, class of 92 and all that kind of stuff. I want to see this breaking $17. You're going to break $17. You know, I'm just going to get out. It's not moving quick enough for me. Well, just a small profit. It's not a scratch trade. Covers the cost of the trade. Let's have a look at Tesla. Tesla's making lovely moves. The upside. But then again, the SPY's just broke 400 again. It's up at 470s. So the SPY's is making good moves. There's a bit of a doji on the SPY at the moment. So I look back to the SPY. In your own time dash trader. So looking at this on the 2 minute, there's a nice doji there. So this is the SPY. So this, you'll get Tesla, Amazon. As long as this is moving upwards, you'll get a lot of the other larger cap stocks moving up with it. So Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, AMD. Actually, that's a good question. What's AMD doing? AMD breaking highs big time, along with the wider market. Nine Energy. Did Perth ever resume? Yes, it did. It gapped up higher and then sold off. Moved up to 750, sold off. So if this gets back above $7, this could be at the races. It's kind of a VWAP bounce here. MANU finally broke that $17 level. It's up at 1706. So let's see what's happening here. I thought we might get some continuation there, but probably not. AMD. Watching SPY. If you want to trade AMD, that's fine. But watch the SPY. SPY pulling back, so AMD pulling back. Tesla pulling back. Like I said, they tend to follow each other. MANU up at 710s, got at 720. Unity moving up. Full Truck Alliance having a nice moment here. So this is YMM is a ticker, Full Truck Alliance. Moving up. This is currently up 16.5% on the day. That high here is 15 on this candle. G-Sun sold off. So perfect. Looking at making more moves up. Come on, get me filled. Got 300 to filled on that. Move up. That was a terrible fill. Terribly slow fill. Okay, halted up. Is it halted or gonna halt? Yeah, halted up. I've managed to get 10,000 shares into that. Took me a while to get filled. You saw me try to get filled. If you were watching on YouTube, you would have seen the order just waiting to get filled and it blasting past up and above and not filling me. That can happen. It depends on the liquidity of the stock. This isn't a highly liquid stock, so I've got 10,000 shares. It took quite a few passes to get me filled. So just be careful with these kind of stocks. This is perfect. It's had one halt up, it gapped up, and I've just put a 20-cent trailing stop in place just before it halted. I saw that it was going to halt, saw the halt level, so we were close to it, so I put a 20-cent trailing stop in place. I really should have put a 10-cent stop. I'm expecting this to gap up. There's no data on the level 1, but I'm expecting it to gap up a little bit. And 762 right now is the no way. Japan are ahead against Germany. I'll just have to watch this goal. We got Argentina beaten by a minnow nation. There's always some shocks in the group stages. There's always some shocks in the group stages. I didn't expect Germany to get beat by Japan. Oh, Japan are a good side though. Tesla breaking highs again. Good goal if it stands. Might be offside. No, it stands. Japan 2-1 ahead. Sorry, Kai. Right, when does this resume? 48. We've got 2 minutes. And why did I put 20-cent trailing stop in place? Because on the 1 minute chart, I've got 35-cent ATR. I wasn't comfortable going with a 40-cent trailing stop or 30-cent trailing stop. I wanted to make sure I got some profits. The spreads were about 10-15 cents. So I took a 20-cent trailing stop. It's more than the spread, but not quite as much as the ATR. What trade am I in? I'm in perfect corps. It's just halted to the upside, right? This is the second halt to the upside. It moved up when it resumed last time before pulling back, which is why I've got the trailing stop in place. Oh, I do expect some slippage because it's not a very liquid stock. It took me a while to actually get filled on it. Let's see, we've got, this should resume in 1 minute. Tesla breaking highs. Up at 175.80s right now, Tesla. Oh, snail coming back into the mix. Where trade did that? The snail is moving up. We've got about 15 seconds of waiting. Okay, we've got what kind of... That was just terrible slippage. I got 700 bucks out of it though. That was terrible slippage. What are you going to do? That's the problem with a low liquid stock. If the slippage is horrible. Perfect. Could have been perfect if I got filled up at 760s or whatever it was, 750 odd. But look, it is what it is. Let's see if it continues to move up. Not got filled, it got filled. Looking for the break up of 8, above 8, back up above 8. Come on, do as you're told. Trying to get filled on this is horrendous. That adds to the position if it breaks 8 again. Might just get out. $0.38 on the ATR. Looking at 10-cent spreads, between 10 and 20 cents on the spreads. Watching perfect corpse for the move up above 8, maybe 8.30. Spreads are only 9 cents at the moment. $0.41 ATR. So it's extremely volatile. He made $1 on Man United. It's more than anyone that's been betting on them to win this season has. Stop at 750 here, so I'm risking $2.5 grand on this at the minute. No, low liquid is how many shares are available. You can volume is how many shares get traded, but it's the shares that are actually available that's important. So if there's nobody actually selling shares, you can't buy them, and if there's nobody buying them, you can't sell them, and that's the problem. but the shares that are available, or the volume, is the number of shares that are traded. So it's slightly different. They are obviously interlinked, but it's slightly different. So I got stopped out there. If it breaks above 8, I think we could be at the races, but it pulled back too far. And you want to be rigid with your stops. Don't be holding thinking it's going to turn around, because it might turn around. You can get back in. Don't be holding thinking it's going to turn around. If it doesn't turn around, you're going to lose a lot of money. Whereas if it does turn around, you can always get back in and recoup what you've just lost. Like, for example, yesterday was Best Buy. I was 6,000 down. I cut my position. It continued to pull back, but then a little bit later, it then moved back up, and I got in and made most of that back. Made about 4,500 back. So, whilst I didn't make it all back, it kind of testifies what I'm saying, is that if you could have been 6,000 down, more than 6,000 down, if I just held on to it. So almost 1 million shares traded now on Perfect in terms of volume. Normally it would trade about 300,000, so it's about 3x in terms of relative volume. I'll have to listen to what you're saying and take the opposite view with your next football prediction there, Alistair. Should have known that was going to happen. I mean, let's face it, you've been supporting the Toon all your life. Perth looks to be done. Kavana making moves back up again. $0.07 on the ATR. So Kavana's more of a slow burner. It breaks this high of day, which is 750. If it gets above 750, it could be interesting. Yeah, so this, looking at the average true rate, you've got to weigh up the risk versus reward situation. So the ATR was huge, so the volatility was there. Now, if you've got if you've got high volatility, i.e., you've got a big ATR, the spreads become less of an issue. What you want to make sure is that the ATR is greater than the spread. So if you've got a large spread, but your ATR is like 3 times the spread, then you've got enough volatility to cover it. So, yes, it's always risky, but that's trading. Trading is a risky profession, and you've got to be comfortable with taking risks at times. Doesn't always pay off. 2 losing trades at the moment. This time yesterday, we were $6,000 up. Talking of risky stocks to trade, Hardy's making a move up. Now, this is only 10 cents on the spreads, but we know that Hardy's got form and can move big, and the spreads can go like as much as $10. So when it was up at the highs, but this is pretty much coming off the bottom of the lows. So that's one to watch, I guess. Back to Kavana. Golden Sun sold off. Above 750 you might be interested, but right now it's below the VWAP. It looks to me like it's this is the back end of that move. Oh, right, okay. Donald Trump World's acquisition call making a bit of a move. We're in the 8th minute of stoppage time, of 7 minutes of stoppage time. Aren't we all? And that's the thing with trading, you've got to be comfortable with getting things wrong. Has this been halted? No. Just, right. I don't even know why I'm looking at it. Well, the Japanese are celebrating like they bloody won the World Cup. It's the opening game, guys. You could lose the next two and not qualify from the group. The opening game. I know I like watching HKD, Hardy. I like to look at them. I don't like to trade them, but Hardy. Oh my goodness, that did move up quickly. So the spreads are 10 cents, 5 to 10 cents. This is incredibly dangerous. Just it's one of those stocks that's extremely volatile but incredibly dangerous. ATR at the moment is only for 14.5 cents. So this is where I would say it's dangerous. If you've got a spread that's like 20 cents and an ATR of 14 cents, then probably not worth the risk. The volatility isn't quite where it needs to be to compensate for the high spreads. Kavana testing those highs. Yeah, got rejected at 54 twice now, so I've got a double top here. Needs to break. There's the snoring chow chow. Needs to break 55. So Argentina beaten, Germany beaten. I'm not even remotely thinking that they're not going to get into the knockout stages. They will. But Germany beaten in the first round, Argentina beaten in the first round. France even went a goal down. But they did come back strong, to be fair. The perfect selling off, Shell selling off, Man United selling off, Tesla still breaking highs. Tesla's having a good day. Could be worth taking a position on Tesla as it happens. Just in on Tesla right now. I'm going to take a little bit off. Base hits. Always add back. Oh, 600 quid on Tesla. Nice. Me, no. The answer. So let's have a quick look at that. COS. Tesla breaking up new highs. I just want to have a quick look at this. The reason why I wouldn't do it is because it's a penny stock. I don't trade penny stocks. It's just part of my strategies, part of my rules. I don't trade anything under $2. I try not to trade under $3, but I don't trade under $2. And that's doesn't matter what it's doing, but I wouldn't trade it for that one reason alone. However, based on the price action here, it's extremely extended right now. You're getting a bit of a pullback. So I would wait for the pullback to wait for this candle to finish. It's red. You've got maybe look for it. What are we? We're just closing out the 5-minute candle right now. I would probably wait for this candle to finish and then wait for the next candle to make a new high before considering getting in. It's extremely extended right now, so just be careful. It can only go so far before it pulls back. What exchange? This is the NYSE. This is the US exchange. The NYSE and the NASDAQ. Get a bit of a pullback on Tesla, a pullback on Cabana. Bit of resistance at the $0.50 on Tesla. A big seller at the $0.50, funnily enough. Just scalped another $1,000 on Tesla. So back to 2,500 down. So basically, we've pretty much made up the perfect loss, the perfect Tesla scalp. Can only go so far before it turns against you, though. Looking at the $0.50. Probably should have waited for the break of the $0.50 in hindsight, but yeah, I've got a bit more buying power for AMD. This is a huge chunk of my buying power right here, right now. I probably will turn my attentions to AMD and a few of the others. Struggling up at the $0.50 there. The good thing about trading Tesla is you're not short of liquidity. You can push a button and you're in and out in an instant. No issues. And I'm out. Let's go to AMD. There's a bit of a doji up at the top. Tesla pulling back a little bit, the SPY pulling back a little bit. Nirvana pulling back all the way to the VWAP. Encore Sec. It traded well yesterday. Yeah, but this is a new IPO, so just be careful with it. I'll put it on the watch just in case. Well, I've not got a resumption. I've got a resumption right now of $20. So it just started trading. Did halt. It started trading at 9:30, then halted to the upside, and then half an hour's halt. Interesting. Yeah, so this could be halted for half an hour, yeah. It's a 10-minute halt would be 10, 11, and 16 seconds. So let's see. Let's see. It might $17. It might just be a 10-minute halt. Not anymore. I don't. That's 3 days in a row. I've lost money with it. So if it's a 10-minute halt, it'll resume any time now. No. So this looks like it's going to be a 20-minute halt, or more likely a 30-minute halt. Well, you see, the secret's out, buddy. I guess my secret's out. Oh. I'll put you on a timeout. Yeah. Some geezer that there's trying to punt his words in the TikTok exchange. That nobody's interested in your M trading exchange. Right, Tesla could be interesting again. It's making its way back up. High here is 93, so look for 79. Just watching the SPY moving up. Tesla following suit. Yeah. And check NEO. NEO's having a good day. Currently 7% up almost. But NEO always has a good day when Tesla has a good day. Unless it doesn't because of individual catalyst. But Tesla's having a good day, so NEO's following in, is trading in sympathy with it. Yes, it has J-Spec, but as you know my rules, I don't trade the penny stocks. But I've already called that out a couple of times. I've shown it on screen a couple of times. If you're interested in that, then fill your boots. But it's not something that I'm really interested in following. Right now, let's see what else is moving. SATX. Oh, I'm not touching that one. I tried to take some shares with SATX a couple of weeks ago and only got 400 out of 5,000 and it made 700 bucks with it, but it was just nah. Finger motion. That could be interesting. No, it isn't. Polestar. Oh, there's a bit of a nice double bottom there, Polestar. Probably not something I'm looking at trading, but who knows? Who knows? How could I forget you? What's my point of view on Tesla? Well, I've traded it today profitably so far. I was about 1,500 up with it, about 1,600 up with it. I gave some back. I'm looking for. I don't mind this pullback with Tesla. It's trading with the market, which is one thing. So I don't mind this pullback with Tesla if it goes on to make new highs. I will trade the momentum on it. AMD trading in line with Tesla. NAMS, the new IPO, that's halted at the top of the hour, so likely to resume at the bottom of the hour. Probably stream will have been ended by then, but if it's interesting, I might take a swing. Pali sold off. SMY, no. Let's have a look. Golden Sun, that's done. Get rid of that line. Varna. That's actually looking for a double bottom bounce on the VWAP maybe. Varna. 748 could be interesting. Breaks this mid level here, moves back up. Breaks a W shape. It'll go on and you get 15-20 cents out of that. What's the debt? 35, 50, yeah, 20 cents. Man United. Bruce. That's done. That's done. Likes a bit of jazz. Come on. There we go. Yeah, can't trade that really. Moving up nicely, but just not got the momentum right now. Right, now I want to change my scanners or filters, so I don't want to be looking on market's closed tomorrow, Imran, absolutely, and it closes at 1 p.m. So just after lunch, 1 p.m. on Friday.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. It's kind of trading in line with the wider market. It's a bit more volatile, but it's trading in line with the wider market. So the wider market ain't gonna crash. What I do see is Tesla doing another little bit of a move up. The high of this scan of 45, 78.50. I didn't want to take that much. Trying the life out of me, Tesla.
No.
Put a nice 20-cent stop in there. There we go. So we've made that money back on Tesla. Bloody hell, I pressed the 5,000 instead of the 2,000. I went long on it. Tesla, it's following the market. As long as the market's bullish and the market's moving up BKS, then Tesla will move up today. And if you look at the two market moved up, so I saw the market move up as the market broke highs here. That's when I entered Tesla, because I saw Tesla that market breaks highs, Tesla's going to move up, and quite frankly, that's exactly what it did. So I'm watching the. I'm not just trading Tesla. When I trade Tesla, I'm not trading Tesla. I'm actually trading the SPY, because I'm watching the SPY on the other chart, and the SPY selling off here will trigger Tesla to pull back. Watch. That's if the SPY keeps pulling back, Tesla will pull back. There you go. I've played this game before. So the SPY is a couple of seconds ahead of Tesla, and it's the market direction. Now, if the market direction is bullish, so this right now the market is moving up, so Tesla's going to move up now. I'll just take that out, just scalping it. There we go, because the market started to kind of fluctuate a bit. But that's when you're trading SPY. So the SPY it's an ETF. It tracks the S&P500. You don't have to watch the SPY. You can watch the SPX, which is the actual S&P 500. Same thing. So if you watch the SPX, the SPY is just an ETF that tracks the S&P 500, which is the wider market sentiment, if you will, and it's exactly 1/10 of the price of the S&P 500. So I watched the SPY, and it's good to just get a gauge on the market sentiment. The direction that the market's taken is the direction that Tesla will follow today. Unless Tesla's got a catalyst, it tends to follow the market. Same thing with AMD, same thing with Nvidia, Microsoft, Amazon, etc., etc. The swings can be a little bit more volatile, which is where you can make more money from trading the SPY alone or the SPX alone. But essentially, you will look for the switch on the wider market, and the switch will follow a few seconds later. The switch will follow on the big stock that you're trading. No, I haven't. It doesn't always work there, BKS. The problem with that is when it does have a catalyst of its own, it's not going to follow the market. So you've got to keep an eye on the catalysts, the individual stock for catalysts as well. So as you can see, this is now moving up. Tesla will follow and break 179, watch. You've got to watch for key support and resistance areas, because you will find that it will have issues with those. As long as the market's moving up, Tesla's going to move up. Problem with trading something like a Tesla, high liquid stock, like Tesla's high caps, reading the level 2 becomes extremely difficult because it's so liquid. There's so much going on. $176. Well, it's up at 178, 179s now. Like I say, the swings are the pullback on the SPY is accentuated, and it's a higher magnitude pullback on Tesla. I'm watching the SPY for if that moves back up, because Tesla, well, I don't know, if it's moving up, I'll hold it, but otherwise I will get out. It is moving back, we're getting bought back up, so Tesla should get bought back up. The majority of volume on these stocks is high frequency trading. It's institutional trading. It's it's probably 65-70% of the volume on these higher cap stocks, the S&P 500, etc., is institutional trading. So if you can get in with the institutions and you can you're able to trade the trend with the institutions, then you're onto a winner. I'll have a look at Coinbase in a minute. SPY's moving back up, testing 402. We're getting resistance at 402 on the SPY, which is why we're getting resistance at 179 here. Kind of replicating. Get over 402 on the SPY. We'll be okay on Tesla. I'm just going to get out with that for an extra 300 quid. Base hits and all. Coin. So Matt, again, if you're trading Tesla alone, that's potentially what you would think. You're getting a double top here on the 5 minute, but look at the wider market. Watch the wider market. Forget the individual. Tesla's not trading on its own at the moment. It's trading. It's pretty much mirroring the SPY. So we're down to 1800 in the hole. So let's have a quick look at NAMs. This is due to resume in 10 seconds. Assuming it resumes in 10 seconds. It's looking at resumption about $25, I would imagine, $20, $21. This could be interesting. Very low liquidity at the moment, so just be careful. Watch the spreads when it resumes. Make sure that the spreads are worth it. Right now I've seen a spread like $12, which is not, it's just not worth it. $12 spread on a $20 stock is just not worth it. Well, I don't know when this is going to resume. Thought it might have been a 30-minute halt like it was before. Come back in 10 minutes. We'll see. So now we've got a high of day up here. But it's just Tesla's breaking high of day, but so's the NASDAQ. So's the SPY. So, like I say, it's in line with that. Yeah, Amazon. I think Amazon's got its own. It's very choppy. It is following the market, but it's very choppy. It's doing it in a choppy manner. So, AMD's following it. Nvidia, I think, is following suit as well. I'm going to go to AMD. Little less risk on AMD. So AMD probably not following it as identical, but the movements are very similar. Kavana breaking highs. No. That's freaky. Who says technical analysis doesn't work? I did a line from the peak of this wick to the peak of this wick, and it's just hit the peak of that wick. That's who says technical analysis doesn't work? Well, it absolutely does. So that's an ascending resistance line that it's got to get over. Kavana. Today's not finished yet, BKS, but you're not wrong at this moment in time. I was 5k down, so yeah, you're not wrong. Fair play. Okay, I'm going to end the stream. I'll come back later. Before I do, I'll do my usual shilling, as it were. And let you all know where you can learn how to trade, like me, as BKS calls out my losing strategy today. But I'm in a good place. I can afford to lose $1,800 today. That's not really an issue as far as I'm concerned. So, and I'll cover that off in a second. So, if you're watching on YouTube, then these links are all in the description of this video on YouTube. You can check it out. If you want to learn how to trade, if you want to find this link tree, the link tree in my TikTok profile. So go into my profile on TikTok. You can find this link tree. Just click the link tree link. If you're on Twitch or ShareVision, just follow the link that's shown in the top left corner. If you want to learn how to trade, you just follow this link here. It says Day Trade with Tony, and this brings you up to this course. You get access to the Day Trade with Tony community, the Discord community. It's a private community for Day Trade with Tony students and mentors. And we have that out every day. This is the syllabus, Introduction to Trading. This is a video that you can actually watch. It's a lecture you can watch on YouTube today, but it's the first lecture in the series of the course. Then I've got risk management, stock selection, setting up your charts, scanners, strategies, etc., etc., etc. It's all for the princely sum of $120 plus tax. So $147 if you're in Ireland. Wherever you are, the tax might be a little bit different, but $120 plus tax. You can get a discount on that if you join this month. You can get a discount while it's Black Friday on Friday. You can get a discount by putting Black Friday into the coupon code at checkout. It's 25% off. So get on that, and we'll see you on the Discord, and you get direct mentorship from myself. If you want to find stocks to trade on an intraday basis, how did I find out that the MANU was moving, that Perth was moving? Granted, I lost a bit of money on that one, but then I use Benzinga. So you click this, it will bring you through to the Benzinga Pro, and you can start a free trial. So you can get a free 14-day trial with Benzinga, and if you like it, come back to me, come back to the link tree, and I can get you at least 35% off. If you go for a longer time frame, a longer subscription, more than just one monthly subscription, then you get discounts because they give discounts for the longer subscription. So it's monthly, quarterly, and annual plans that they do. Now, normally the monthly plan would be about $177, so 35% off, you're getting it for about $120 or whatever it is, and it's more than worth it. Why do I say it's more than worth it? What does it look like? What does it do? Well, I'll show you my Benzinga, how I've got it set up right now. and how I set it up every single day. So I've got my session scanners here, so my gap scanners based on yesterday's or the previous day's closing price, which is here. I've got certain filters in place, so there's a lot more than that, but I've got certain filters. One of the filters is volume, so I'm not looking at anything that's not traded in million shares today. Then I've got the momentum scanners here. So it's like the last 15 minutes, what's moving in the last 15 minutes, what's got momentum. Then I've got real-time scanners. What's the big mover? What's got the, where's the surging volume coming from? Where's the surging volatility coming from? I've got signals. I've got news. There's so much more I could go into in Benzinga, but why should I go into it when you can go and check it out for free for yourself? Go and check that out. It really is worth its weight in gold. I can't praise Benzinga enough. I really can't. That's where I get all of my trade ideas from, with the exception of some trade ideas like IPOs and things. That's just a case of watching the price action. TraderView is the trading journal. If you want to go and analyze your trading, you click that link and it brings you to something like this. So this is my trading view. If I go into the calendar right now, and I'll put the annual session in here so we can see, and you can see here I can look at any of these and find out what I've been doing. If I look at November here, it pulls up a larger calendar and you can see that where I've made money. I do have losing days as well. Today is a losing day at the moment, but there's enough volatility in the market for me to get 1,800 bucks back. But today, at the moment, I'm losing today. But that's not 1,800 bucks. I can afford to I can afford to swallow that if that's the case today. Why? Well, let's look at November. So this is the year to date. $1.1 million in gross profits on the year to date. But let's have a look at November. I target myself on a monthly goal of 100k. I've got 5k cushion on the month. So what I can't afford to do is lose 5k, because that takes me back below goal. So I've got a 5k cushion I can play around with, and 1,800 is not going to take me below goal for the month. I've still got no trading tomorrow. Again, no trading tomorrow, but there's half day on Friday and 3 days next week, so I can make up this 1,800 drawdown. I'm not saying I'm not going to make it up yet for the rest of today. We're on Kavana, we're just actually breaking resistance. So anyway, that being said, Dash Trader is the platform I trade. If so, I can't remember who it was. I think it was Farron. Was looking for. If you're in the link tree, this is my email address. You want to email me directly, you can do. DM me on Twitter or Instagram as well. If you want to watch on Twitch or YouTube, go and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you want Day Trade with Tony merchandise, I don't know where mine is, but I was expecting it to arrive today. Maybe it'll arrive before the weekend. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, coffee mugs, mouse mats, all kinds of things with my very catchy slogans as well. So go and check those out, and I will be this is my best trading year, Fraggle, 100%. So I've just been asked, is this my best trading year? Yes, I surpassed my last year was my best trading year before this year, and I surpassed that the end of last month. So yes, this is my best trading year. But yeah, we're Apple doesn't follow identical, but it does follow the SPY as well. It depends. None of these are identical to the SPY, but what I would say is when they are following the SPY, you watch the action. When it starts following the SPY, you know that you're going to get a read on the SPY first, and it can help to just use that to get in. You still want to be watching the price action and the support areas, resistance areas. You still want to be looking for the patterns and the pattern breakouts on the individual stock itself. But because it's mostly high frequency traders, because it's mostly institutions, the patterns become largely irrelevant on these high cap stocks when it's trading along with the market. You just watch the market. So yeah. Yes, because I've not been doing it for that much longer. This is effectively my third year in trading, flip jug. So yes, in day trading, that is. Obviously, I've been investing and doing swing trading for quite a long while, but I've not had the time to day trade full time up until kind of COVID hit or whatever. So yeah, this is my best trading year, 100%. Do you know which apps or platforms I use that do not work with an Apple computer? They all work with Apple computers if you are prepared to use them in a virtual environment, virtual desktop. But Dash Trader doesn't work. If it's a web-based GUI, it's not a problem. So Benzinga Pro is web-based, not a problem. TraderView, web-based, not a problem. TradingView, web-based, not a problem. You can download the app, and I think TradingView has an app for iOS as well. But Sterling Trader is Windows-based. Dash Trader Windows-based. TC2000 Windows-based. Those for me are the three best, the best direct access trading platforms that I've used, that I've tried out. MetaTrader's Windows-based. As far as I don't think there's I don't like MetaTrade. It's built for Forex, but you can trade equities on it as well. But yeah, I would recommend a Windows. If you get in the machine purely for trading, go Windows. If you get it as a multi-purpose machine, then an iOS, an Apple is fine. But when you go trading, you're going to have to open up a virtual machine inside the iOS. And do it that way. So yeah, huge spike in the SPY, but it quickly filled. So this is Tesla. Come on, show me the action. That moved up and then back down, but the S&P 500 had this huge wick up. It's a good 50-cent wick up. 50 cents on the SPY. That's a huge move. But good 50 cents up, that's now pulling back a little bit. So maybe not the right time to be getting in at the top with the likes of Tesla or AMD or whatever. You probably see that they will pull back a little bit as a result of that wick on the SPY. So that being said, I will end the stream here. I'm going to have a look at, I'm going to watch for the NAM's resumption, and I'll be back at it on... Yeah, well, I've been investing for like 14 years now, Fraggle. So since 2009, what got me into it, I got shares. I got equity as part of my package when I joined Dell Computers. And that started me looking into the finance markets, because I was like, okay, well, how much is it? And looking at the Dell share price, then they went. I lost the equity because they went prior, but then all kinds of other issues. So everywhere I've gone, I've negotiated equity into my position, and that's where I started with the finance markets. Is really just equity in employment as part of my package. But as part of that, I started looking deeper and deeper into it. Got into crypto, started building out a portfolio, and I've gone on from there basically. So anyway, I'm going to end the stream. You guys come back on Friday. We'll be doing it 90 minutes before the market opens on Friday. It's only half day. There's no trading tomorrow. It's Thanksgiving in the US. There's no trading tomorrow. Go and enjoy the day off. If you're not working a 9 to 5, go and enjoy the day off. If you're trading full time, and I'll be back at it on Friday. Come join me then. I'm not doing a power hour tonight, but because I don't think there's any point it being Thanksgiving tomorrow. I just don't think the volume's going to be there in power hour. So yeah, come back on Friday morning. We'll do it all over again. I'll see you then, guys. Catch you later.